Get on G2 Minnesota for a Colossus Hardpoint. Let's get the weekend started. Let's get it on.
And X is so fast. I know if you are G2, you need to be able to match this aggression, and it's already Kremp locating all four. That's how you want your MVP of your roster to start the game. They have all statue control. They have all of P1. Falcons looking for a break.
A really solid start. Skyz now locking down tunnel and statue kind of simultaneously, but a nade will connect. Stun, in fact, onto Skyz. X able to find one and return, and that's been enough for out of the Falcons to come off the respawn, put pressure onto the hardpoint. They clear off Kremp in his second life, and we'll start earning a little bit of time.
Yeah, they're able to dominate that statue control in their second wave. Now flip these spawns on its head. The final 15 seconds for this P1. You can already see X thinking about the next play. He's watching the OE, making sure he's filling the gas correctly, but now he's the last man standing. He has to force a gunfight, takes the first, understands that there's going to be pressure around, so all he's trying to do is finesse.
Yeah, really nice route here. Exton will be seen on the exit, will not get around the back for the OE, but there's an opportunity here for the Falcons to follow up behind it. Envoy plugging the holes, able to find one. Does he anticipate the second? Maybe not initially, but he still finds three in a row. G2 good off the opening time, and even better here as we start off P2.
Yeah, you can always count on G2 to be fundamentally sound, and if they're bringing their slaying, they're going to be a really tough team to take down, but so far locking down this P2. First 20 seconds uncontested, and they have so many NPCs on the map that Falcons cannot keep it up in the trade fights. They have statues still 30 seconds, Prey with a big opener.
Yeah, Kremp able to stay alive. Nice shots out of Kremp. Help now through the side door as G2 still were able to spawn close. Couple of kills though for the Falcons will move those spawns around. Envoy, the last one to try to contest the back 20, he will fall. So good stuff for G2, but from the front, not terrible for Riyadh, still cooking.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. It's a good 20 seconds to walk away with. You're basically going to still be in the mix going into the P3. Now the battle for rotations is a big one. It's already a great route here from Exnid. He's going to get the jump onto Kismet, might potentially catch a couple more, but he's quickly going to be traded, and it's going to allow G2 to stabilize off the roto.
Here's Kremp, 11-5. Took a while, but it's showing up again. Now he's in tunnel control. Look at the spread from the Falcons, trying to hit everything at once, but G2 are fully prepared for this. They have got everything covered. Just comes down to, can you continue to win your 1v1 gunfights, as now it starts to ensue on the hard point itself. Envoy stunned, a little bit of damage in, but Pred and Exton will combine for a couple. Kremp now feeling like it's his time to go. Lots of damage in, but pinched up, and that'll be enough for Riyadh to get a little bit of time here on 30 seconds to fight.
Yeah, that's a big play there from Pred. Just hit that route, win that one-on-one, open up the lane there for his team to eventually flood the gate to get the break, but it's still G2 taking a tunnel route. Effectively finding trades, and Kremp is the last man standing. A good sequence here for G2 because they also flip the spawn.
They flip the spawns, which is really important, but there will be another opportunity here for Riyadh to get through the P3 setup. Skyz in some trouble, has to stay alive. He's being chased by Exton and will be found. On the cross though, Nastie picks up the route. Maybe get another.
Beautiful.
That is massive. That will stabilize the spawns for G2.
So wearing to a whole different level. Envoy, even though he does lose that gunfight, finds a trade with the frag. And this first wave from Falcons has basically been shut down already. Now everyone's going to rally through the front doors. This is where the trophy systems start to come into play, but no stuns and nades are connecting. So if you are Falcons, this is taking so long. We need to go.
Yeah, it's just another one of those macro rotations that G2 has a massive advantage on them. But now an opportunity as Pred starts to find a successful route around the back. Spawns will move. Exnid's win from the front will turn the hard point. 23 seconds to fight for it. And once again, Riyadh's doing what they need to do to stay in this game, but G2 still in the position of control. First challenge from Kremp. Can't quite find Exit in the corner. Follow-up from Envoy and Skyz is good. And now it's finding the last one. Skyz is going to take down 3, and G2 will get the break.
So G2 are basically dominating a lot of these hard points, going 40-20 split. That's what gives them this 40, almost 50-point lead, but now it's statue control that we are mainly focusing on. Skyz on 4 in a row, can't locate kill number 5. But you have already flipped these spawns. G2 are playing 2 steps ahead right now.
They feel like they are just dominating the macro side of this map.
They're slaying them to bits.
Yeah, all the big picture items have gone through for G2. Hardpoint opens, both teams a little apprehensive to touch the zone for now. Falcons able to pinstripe the kill feed out completely as G2 just has Kremp left alive, but a trophy lingers and Skyz will find elimination. Advantage to G2. Let's take a listen in to see how they're coming.
Kill Chris.
Yeah,
Deep right.
they're hard pinching. They're hard pinching.
I'm in MC one shot. Kill the guy pinching.
I'm spawning blue. Iron up. They're on the side.
Who's coming?
There's
Who's
one
coming?
more.
I have you deep, Cole. Just
where
finish
are you?
up.
What's in front of me?
I'm heavy.
Tunnel weak. X
Nothing
east.
for new.
Two
Nothing for
statue
new.
then.
Iron up. 2 fronts as you.
Wide.
I'm on our blue. I'm on
Nice,
our
another
blue.
one there.
Yo, you in front. They're going front.
Wide,
They're going
front
front.
P2,
Yeah, iron up.
32
Iron up. We
mid.
kills.
Already 2 mid. Hit side door to blue. Nice, that was it. It's out.
No, it's He went till.
Spawning
Nice.
jump.
One more on the back. One more on the back.
Jump,
They're all
Chris,
spawning junks. They're going right. They're
Staying
going
up
right.
front.
He's on spawn with right. He's gonna go right. Trust me. Have your blue plat.
I have time.
He's gonna be hitting the right. Inhale, weak on you.
Lobby, Lobby here now, challenge.
One shot, get that.
Watch it.
Nice, three. Last guy.
Right side, missing one.
Could've got down.
Yo, front door. He's back side.
Just kill that guy. Hold the push. Look, you side guy. Hold the front.
Front.
Stay down. I have it.
I'm staying down. Every
Yeah,
time. Every time.
Side, you weak on me. Two front. Two front.
Inner weak.
Side door. One shot under hill. Don't worry. Back to back. Side.
I flip.
Shit, last guy.
He's going out of time. I have one side door. He might be going P1.
Play stop to the pitch.
Left there, yeah. I have tunnel.
He could be going P1 by the way.
I have P1 pitch.
I have P4.
I P1.
Tunnel right now.
He's gonna play me. He's gonna play me.
Top mid tunnel.
Tunnel's pinching.
P4, cheers.
Jay, I'll tell you, I mean, just kind of listening in, it feels like what we're talking about, not necessarily just a sparked honeymoon because we're fresh, we're new, but everyone trusting each other. You're hearing all four players calm things out, saying, I got you, pick this up, pick that up, trust me, and it's coming through nicely for G2.
That shows the teamwork is going to make the dream work. Everybody providing their 25%. Certain people at certain points are leading in the comms, but everyone is doing what they need to do. That's why you find yourself up by 50, but it's Falcons at least with a good timing on this break for the P3. You still don't have the spawns locked in at yellow, but we desperately need this time.
Yeah, and once again, here's a little 2-2 split up. G2 trying to pinch out the hardpoint. Kremp finding a couple. Nastie also getting involved at a major level. Exton staying alive, though, at tunnel. Gives his teammates a chance to reinforce a little bit faster. Numbers now coming through. Now gets the 4 in a row. Pistol shots will be nice. And once more, it's just another situation that you were just to watch the minimap, you would say G2 is dominating. When you look at the scoreboard, Riyadh is doing exactly what they need to stay in it. They need to find a moment, though, to control this map and make up at P4. Exton's on 6. Oh! Gets number 7 for the Hellstorm.
This is money hill, but it's still going to be scrappy. G2 through mid lobby, make kills go their way. So even if you win the rotation, the first attempt from G2 is way too clean, and now you're forced to use this Hellstorm.
It's not going to feel all that great, not that comfortable, but Kismet is going to make the long route happen, or is he trying to make his way around the back? Shut down by Kremp. Hellstorm, 0 effect. Pred able to win one, drops P1, but it doesn't make much of a difference. Kremp still able to float down towards Statue. This is just so much time for G2 Minnesota.
Yeah, it's just perfect layering, perfect gameplay here from G2, stabilizing on the map, not really fighting for scams or just setting up these crossfires that are making it very difficult for the Falcons to get in. But it's telling him who finds 2. Kismet effective on the trade. It's good to walk away with this final 10, but we need a good hold.
We need a rotation win first and foremost.
They had it right there and then threw it away.
I know it. Next Nid's 7 spree comes up a bit soft and empty. Skyz gets a little bit of a weird off spawn after the old time fades, but the hunt is on. Pred seems to be aware of that, but he gets there a little bit late. Kismet up top only able to find 1, so G2 are still earning time. Pred shut down. Staggered spawns now starting to come through, and G2 are ripping them apart. They are absolutely outslaying the Falcons by a country mile.
Yeah, and this is not what you expect to see. Falcons just did it to them on the opposite factor last week. It was Kismet, Pred, and Exton who just dominated this game, but Kremp losses came to shine here in Paris. About to breach that 200-point mark, and now they're starting to work for the spawns.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want right now if you're G2. Kremp still laying the damage down. Nastie at 24-20 has been great. I mean, really, everyone is playing.
Oh my!
Kremp gets all the way up top. Trade starting to come through. G2 hold the numbers, have a chance to get more time here on P1, and now it's all of a sudden do or die time for this P2 rotation for the Falcons.
Yeah, and Falcons, realistically, you have to chalk up this final 10. This has to be the perfect setup that you can shut down this first wave with, and it's already Celium starting off on the right side of the kill feed by locating Kremp, but the rest of G2 are just going to flood through the front door. Thankfully, Falcons were ready and waiting with SNG pressure. Pred finds a double. They shut down that first attempt.
Really good timing from Pred on the route. He was the one guarding from P1 steps, and then as soon as he gets the read, they're hitting from the front. Easy flank. OE pressure. Kismet only able to find a little bit of damage, but here's Pred. Re-wrapping shut down. G2 now mounting pressure from both sides at once. Not only able to find 1, that's not going to be enough. Exit from inside the hardpoint, overwhelmed. G2 able to find the break and flip the spawns. 28 seconds to fight for.
Even though Pred made a great play at Statue, that reflank there wasn't the best decision to make at that point because you're basically not going to guarantee those spawns for the rest of your teammates if you do fall. And it leads to G2 getting a break with 30 seconds still remaining. Final 15, and Falcons know they can't forfeit this time, but Skyz is destroying them. Kremp is on a different level, and they only need 20 points to close out map 1.
Yeah, now we're absolutely backs against the wall territory.
My.
Kremp is just not losing gunfights, tiptoeing around the sub, able to find the movement, not quite the shot. Nade will put him out of commission. Falcons will hold some numbers as they rotate into 3. On the old time, Pred is still holding a couple of G2 members back. And that's really good play here for the Falcons to get into some space.
You know, if you're the Falcons, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. You need this P3 to P4 chain, and so far has shut down multiple waves here from G2. But now it's Envoy working on the route.
Good patience.
Communication is there for the Falcons. We need to quickly get this trade, and it's Selim able to locate him, but he pulls Selim out to play. It leads to a break for G2.
Yep, that's absolutely perfect from Envoy. This guy's now on 3 in a row, shuts down the rest of the Falcons. Last 5 seconds starting to come through. Everyone from the Falcons had to hit from the front. They're able to neutralize and contest some of the time as Nastie will drop. Kremp, the last one standing, will fall. But still, you have an opportunity here for G2 to push around the map, put the pressure everywhere at once, and Envoy's gonna find 2. Pistol doesn't quite get out in time. Oh, and Kismet's able to hold on to the hard point. So over 200 points go the Falcons, but they still need to rotate.
Yeah, you lose the rotation. You quickly have to go through the front, and it's Kremp trying to hold it down.
Envoy shines 2. Trades come out. Last one left is gonna be exited. He's gotta find a way to contest it. He's not able to do it. And Kremp is gonna look over and say, trying to manifest those same success stories in a very different venue. And it's going to be an opening G2 hit over towards the P2 Lambo and immediately through checkers. Kismet going to hit an early water route. He is the only defender, and yeah, Skyz has seen that Kismet in some trouble. Skyz able to find the first blood, and now Pred all of a sudden has to sit here and say, I guess we played retake.
Gotta forfeit this bomb plant, man. Stun is able to connect, so they have information that there's more players on the Falcons sitting at the front door. But in a 3v4, we just gotta go and create chaos with NPCs.
Yeah, I don't know if they saw exit on this cross, but here comes the late route back from Nastie. Connects and find this kill around the rock before Nastie can get here. He finds the first, can't quite snap over, and the clutch position out of Nastie will work out for G2's opener.
And it's just homework being done there from G2. You can never catch these guys slipping.
This place literally bumping right now. It's unbelievable. This looks familiar. Riyadh saying, all right, you guys want to play aggressive towards B, we'll do the same thing, but Exit doesn't anticipate that Kremp is playing as close as he is. Follow-up nade is good, but Envoy tucks himself into a corner, and the follow-up nades will give a major advantage to D2. Quick defensive play, the archway, or if you can find anyone running through connector. Neither really showing too much, but what? Oh, over the top. What are we talking about? Exnid just gets caught. How would you ever have predicted that route? 4v3 early for Minnesota again.
Just playing it patient, man. Forcing Falcons to be uncomfortable. Already a 4v2. Selim is quickly going to be traded. Now it's all left up to the Bulldog. Just try to clutch up on this run and at least get 1 on the board here for the Falcons, but they already spot him.
Yeah, and there's just, yep, that's exactly right. You just play backside staircase, read the info. Even better, you have better shots.
Selim and Kismet left to clutch on up. Selim is able to find one. And he's also able to get out. And then the Bulldog on the opposite side was able to scout a couple players working over towards Spiral. But they have that bomb down, and G2 are waiting for them to make the play.
Well, Kismet's going to be able to collect the bomb.
You saw him.
Ooh, yeah, sure seems that way. Yeah, a couple of arrows for G2 will turn, now manifest their way back up towards Spiral. Kismet going to try to hop on and get the plant. There's the slide out. He has to drop. Reroute from Nastie. Big win from Cell at the office. So now it's the 2v2. Envoy able to catch kill number 6, looking for number 7, predicts it, but doesn't find the shots in time to find Kismet. So now to the 1v1, 22 seconds. The onus is on Kismet to plant.
Desperately needs this round. Try to provide you some momentum, but Kremp is able to spot him. It's going to be a one-on-one.
Oh, but that little bit of a head fake gives Kismet just enough space to hop over and plant. Quickly, though, comes Kremp. He should be able to find him on the timing of the exit through the rock side. And, yep, nowhere to go. Wow. Falcons going to go to a 3-1 split, and Exnid's the one on the island again.
You feel like you can do no wrong if you are G2. So
what a
play
push.
call you make is bound to have some success. Already G2 going to take hallway control, but Kismet instantly able to respond, but it's still numbers immediately to G2.
And he's got nowhere to go at that point. He has to continue to run to try to make a play happen because you're stuck. So now Exnid, AR in hand, is in some trouble over on the B side of the map, and he's aware of that. Cell is going to get proactive and at least strip away the A side to try to give this defense a second chance at this retake. There's a couple of footsteps in a shadow seen. I don't believe Nastie has the same information, but he doesn't need to do anything besides sit here and wait for contact. And there's the follow-up. Envoy's able to slide, catch Exnid, nowhere for Cell to go, and it's 5-0.
Yeah, this ain't even close, brother.
No.
They taking the baguette.
And he's able to slip away. That's all you need to do. Look at the rest of the defense. Yep, play the other side of the map, take it away. Kremp able to smoke himself to safety, just right in the mix. Xnet is desperate to find him, and at least we'll be able to catch a freebie here. Chance to plant at B.
Yeah, but just around it, you have no idea where G2 are. This presence behind you, this presence in front of you, but thankfully Xnet is able to locate Envoy. So finally around here where the Falcons have the ban advantage.
Don't drop
They're trying to instantly work this bomb plant, but G2 turned the corner, 2v2, 1v2.
Pred lucky to be alive. Clean shots out of Nastie. Skyz 1v2. He's been in this position before. First shots are clean, can't quite get away, and the Falcons are on the board. Just to give you numbers, nerds, something to think about. 55.8% opening duel win percentage across the whole map pool right now for Riyadh in Major 4 quals. 37% on Hacienda J. That's such a good shout. Well, G2 can throw whatever they want into the next couple of rounds. Cell's able to find first blood, traded by Kremp. And it's just been nothing but raw aggression for the Falcons, round after round. And they keep finding ways to get punished. Good damage from Kremp. No follow-up immediately. Envoy knows there's a second contested. Exit runs out, finds a freebie, and now you know the last player's down low. That's just information gathering turned into flawless execution. Quick 6-1. Yikes, dude. Yikes.
Yeah, it's not good. This is not good.
If you want Minnesota defense to get back up.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that spawn, but that was due to Envoy already showing presence at the train side. So he blocks those red spawn, and this turns to an immediate counter here for the Falcons. Unless Nastie has anything to say about it. He locates a double, stalls out time, and now the teammates are here for the stop. Nastie having a big map so far.
What a miracle. I mean, G2 looked like they were going to be off to the races for a clear-cut score at A. All of a sudden, Riyadh spawns P5, and they look like they've got a free counter route to A. And Nastie does both pieces of work to generate the offensive score and then immediately get back defensively. So we're tied at 0. Under the 3-minute mark we go. Riyadh with field control and the EMP in Cell's hands.
But they already lose that first gunfight. Pred is also going to fall as well. So now if you're the EMP carrier, hold this plane heady. But the pressure is going to be on you. You only have a pistol, and the stop comes in for G2. And they're instantly trying to just take so much space at green to spawn them at red. But you can see on the opposite side, Nastie's setting up.
He is channeling absolutely everything.
Look at the spawns.
Unbelievable. So now you've got a chance to run this thing over. Nastie trying to create that lead space over towards A. Skyz, big shots, but not enough to keep the EMP in their hand, and now off spawn. Envoy has to deal with Kismet. He does quickly.
And Nastie's already influencing the spawns to be over towards red for the Falcons. So now going to put himself back into the play and now flip the play on its head. Everyone going to spawn over towards green. G2 lighting up the kill feed. And in the final 30 seconds, they're able to get the first score. Again, outslaying the Falcons is not on my bingo card, but Falcons get 4. They desperately need this cap.
They desperately do. They stop Nastie short of the Hellstorm as well, which is huge, but Pred cannot get into the blue building. Kismet playing backside fences, shut down by Kremp. I'm telling you, Jay, it's the same situation. Just can't win that second gunfight that you need. Cell's trying to force it, but not going to happen. 3 seconds on the clock. Kismet, one more chance to grab to get to the overtime. He's got help nearby, but you cannot fall here. You've got to do just that.
Able to finesse. Potentially turn this into a tie score. Pred and Xnet already find 2. Pred finds a second. Final 15 seconds. Kismet, you just got to fly, but it's Nastie again. MPC in hand. Byron Plumridge popping take.
Oh, Kremp gets behind, immediately shut down. EMP now in the hand of Cell. Skyz now the one playing defense, only able to find the first. Nastie watching the cross. Is it enough to stop Cell? No, it's not. And a quick opening capture here in the second half for the Falcons.
Okay, on bad side, Falcons do a little bit better. When they get their kills, they turn it into map control, and that leads to a very quickly tied game. 4 minutes left to go. Reset now over at Plane. Falcons are starting to bring their Slave presence at the right time.
That's a big win from Xnet initially. Gets him free over through the convoy, but he's in trouble. Help on the way. Pred able to support, at least for a small time, but G2 still finding the counter kills that they need. Xnet working to get to top green. Doesn't win the gunfight, though.
Kismet.
And G2 will get an opportunity to stall things out. Kismet's still playing on top of the EMP, but nice shots from Kremp, and now all of a sudden Envoy's in your spawn.
That's a bad rush play right there from the Bulldog, because you could have guaranteed that one as soon as that EMP is getting received. But now you're forcing all of your teammates to fight out of their spawn. Thankfully, you got an Xnet who flies out through both sides, locates a double. The stop comes in, but we still haven't located where the rest of Minnesota are.
Wow, big double. Envoy gives Nastie an extra lease on life. Not the weapon he wants to be in blue, but gave him a chance.
On the side of the Falcons, locating him quickly. Now taking the map back. There's only 40 seconds remaining on this second half. Reset is about to go down again.
Look at the route out of Envoy. Oh, he tries to work his way around the backside of field. I don't know if he needed to help out of this play. There's just not enough Falcons defenders here. Xnid starting to heat up a little bit. Now gets himself a second. Defense for G2 still playing over to the mid cut, but that's a third down from Xnid. Trying to make his way in towards P5, but the cross still being watched. Good damage comes through, makes this defense that much more sturdy, and that will be all the Falcons falling. 13 seconds. G2 will have an opportunity with their next spawner to bounce back, get the EMP, and put overtime in their name.
It's Nastie hitting this route. Celium last go around was watching it, but this time he already knows that he has the opening. He's going to quickly find this trade. It's between him and his EMP carrier. Bread wins a one-on-one, and the final push is bound to get shut down because Envoy's the only one here.
Okay. We get to the end of regulation, 1-1. And I will say here, Envoy in trouble but keeping his life. Help over to the mid cross as Cell's trying to work his way in, and he's been seen tagged. The kills are still good for the Falcons, and now you've got Celium in a really good position to block the spawns outright. But Skyz is watching the cross to the EMP. Slows down the play just maybe long enough for the G2 Minnesota defense to spawn up.
But now we need to trade Celium. Celium already found that initial kill. He's creating that space, but it's Nastie and Envoy off the rotation, off of the respawn, and Mr. Plumridge again locates 3. Just something about this blue building that's got him turned.
I'll say 34 and 25 from Nastie. Gonna get caught with a knife out here on sprint. And now it's about who can find that next wave of kills. Good patience here from Envoy. But wait, didn't see him. And Skyz may be thinking he's safe. Oh, he may find the timing here, tagged up over through the middle of the map. And at least you're finding the kills if you're G2, but they have still lost Kismet, not the player you want behind you. As he finds two, he's going to have an opportunity to get over to B. Can Kismet find a way to score? And yes, he's got Riyadh. They can choose to play a little bit more defensively focused. This time it's a quick hit over towards Motel. Envoy gives you the first. Trade from Pred. Follow up from Nastie. He's got some space to work with here, but you don't want to allow this EMP to be a little bit too unwatched. So he'll head back over to mid, and Kismet has shown himself to top green.
Yeah, Falcons are the perfect break-off. Who's the most difficult kill on the map? Celium. So let's put him on the mid head glitch, watching over that EMP. He's able to locate a double while both of his teammates fall at red, and now off the respawn, you turn it into 3 dead. Falcons are scattering. You have one player who's all the way across the map. I don't know if he's going to be in a position to stop this, and Falcons force game 4.
Okay, okay. That's more like it, I think, if you're watching this as a Riyadh fan. It took a while, but finally through the
map number 4 on Scar, the break-off needs to be perfect. Celium already locking down this head glitch. Skyz finds the opening kill. But it's Falcons spawning on the preferred side, and Pred already hitting a route, but he gets sniffed out.
Yeah, I will say Riyadh 2-6 on this map on the year. One of those wins, though, against G2. Different team, though, not this team. Nice moment there from Pred to create a little bit more space here for the players on the hard point to freely gather some of that early time. Good route here from Celium. Lots of damage. Holds off that mid cut, but he's in trouble. And Envoy will find the quick clear. G2 trying to do the same thing onto the hill itself, but Kismet, nice damage. Able to get just enough help from Xnid as the final pistol shots come through, and a really good start here for the Falcons.
Big kill there from Xnid, just locating Nastie on the pinch, because whenever you want to try to break this P1, it's usually through pressure at plane and controlling this white wall. But Falcons have this on lock. Everyone whipping out an extra M15 at certain points, and at least to start this game, dominate the P1 and already finding kills off the rotation.
And we've got blue side locked. Envoy able to get the first blood, backside Shen, but Kismet forces out the trade. A little bit stuck here with the M15. That nade doesn't quite get around the corner as it was intended to. Easy follow-up from Kremp. G2 now back to the hard point. Good secondary elimination as Nastie's able to find the flip here and turn that into 3. Nastie is putting together by far one of his best series in the G2 red.
Told you, it's just something about that blue building. You put himself in his hot zone and he's going to make big-time plays happen. Spawns flip, G2 trying to lock this one down, and if you are Falcons, we know we have to commit on this break. There's still 30 seconds left, so we're going to try to work on some of these long routes. Pred is able to find his opening on his side, but all of his teammates are getting dropped like 5. G2 take the lead.
Yeah, and there's an opportunity here off this spawn where Envoy could potentially play the trade onto Pred. And considering that the Falcons have gotten a pretty clear field, they don't even give another look at the hard point. So, I mean, count with me here, friends. That's a rotation win for Riyadh, but not a hold for Riyadh. G2 in the lead, heading over towards P3. Riyadh will be there first.
Great position. If you are Celium, we got to give that comm to Pred, because now that's 2 dead, and you lost all playing control.
Yeah, follow-up from Kremp is also there. Another rotation win, another failed hold.
Oh, no.
0 for 2. P5 spawns with Kremp in position to try to block the early routes. And you're getting a couple of extra shots out of Envoy through the mid-cut. 2 for 2 the exchange. Hardpoint opens up. Envoy in some trouble, not able to get the full regen back, and the Falcons will counter break.
And this is a good break opportunity here for the Falcons, because now in the final 20 seconds, you want to turn these kills into aggression and potentially flip these spawns on its head. But G2 are ready and waiting. They already find the initial 2. And now in the final 10 seconds, the Falcons are still going to be spawning over towards green.
Well, here we go. Opportunity for Falcons to try to put a little bit more pressure on this rotation through the old time at 3. They need it. G2 in the lead, and they have the advantage at 4. Let's see how Falcons break with an early Riyadh listed.
Top blue, Crim's gate, going top blue now. Top blue.
Go back.
Gate. There's plenty of gates. Caesar weak back gate. He's really weak back blue.
Avoid it.
Nice one, Caesar. I'm holding it back suit. I'm spawn ace and D. They're spawning back right.
Skyz
on top, last guy. Yeah, last guy top. Skyz, last guy.
Left going 2 lights. He's on left ironing, he's on ironing left.
Gate dead.
He's on left, ironing left.
I'm coming gate. Back left. I got it. I brigade. Top crimp, I'm holding top.
I'm running.
Top crimp. One shot of new crimp.
Preventer dead.
Crimp went
I'm
top.
running. Yeah, top crimp, going to the front. Gate to top, I think.
Gate to top. I think he's gonna hit top again. Top. One shot crimp. Absolute. Nice job. We got him on streaks. I can kill Tom. Front. Scaling. Nice. Go. He spawns out. Caesar spawns out. I'm coming left. Come left. I'm going. Listen, Caesar's gonna be with us. Make quick plays here. Could be back left. He shot from green. Top 18.
One shot.
18. Weak. Overload point. He's still overload.
Yeah, overload point. One shot.
I'm enemy cut. Yeah, I'm nading. I saw him. He has tack. Nade.
I showed us.
I didn't see them on time, guys.
I'll contest.
Me cut crimp. Just stay down there. Banging. Wait for suit.
Yeah, two time on blade.
I got the left. I wrapped the left.
I'm trying to cut.
One top green, I think.
Short plane.
I flanked top green.
Yo, plane, Nastie plane. He wall bait.
Last guy, top green, Skyz. Last guy. Nice.
Spawning back right.
20 point game.
I'm nading your alley. Tight game so far. Absolutely tight game so far. You're hearing the right reads from Riyadh. It just comes down to that last moment right there from Brad. Just can't quite find the angle on the bomb site, or part of the bomb site, over towards the hard point, and that just leads to the small gap we have right now. G2 up 30.
Yeah, I think the Falcons just put way too much focus on the spawns right there for that P5, because it was everyone, including X, that locates a double, but then pushes out and then gives up the space through the front. That allows G2 to basically dominate a majority of the time at the P5, and now off the rotation, find a clean 4 dead, and have the Falcons trapped over towards green, not the spot you want to be in.
Not at all. Lead now growing to 40. 30 seconds till the fight, and the Falcons are having a tough time working back the middle of the map. You get shut down at Envoy. Skyz, though, at half HP, still able to find one before dropping, but the Falcons able to work their way back through mid-cut, get onto the hard point, clear it out. Couple of kills come through for Exit, 3 in a row for him. And there's a chance to put some pressure not only on this old time, but also over towards new.
Yeah, they're going to win the rotation again over towards the P2, but this time you desperately need to lock this one down. It was Nastie from the blue side, able to locate 3-4 break, and it eventually turns into a good chunk of time, but look at the M15s lighting up the kill feed. Falcons dominate, all 4 dead, but they still many crossfires being set up.
Yep, and you've got a route developing through mid. Preds is not a part of the play right now. He's trying to get to the hard point, but he'll be shut down, leaving Exit by himself. He is on 5, but pinched up, overwhelmed, nowhere to go. Kismet up top, able to find one manifest, maybe a chance for the last couple of members of the Falcons to jump back into the hard point, but Envoy off the spawn just peppers that back art wall. He's able to find one. Pred's timing on that route perfect as he's able to repinch and get the maybe this last 30 seconds back over to the Falcons.
Yeah, this is the biggest moment here for the Falcons, the potential to take the lead and grow it by even more. Celium on 2 in a row. Knows that the pressure's going to be from blue. That's going to be a freebie. I saw the second guy spawn up as well. Oh, yeah, I'm Celium. I'm going to go for the chow. But Skyz gets the better of him. Last time it was G2 dominating at least 45 seconds. But Falcons went the perfect response here at the P2 this go-around.
Tie game. Over to P3. Pred able to take away some of the white wall space. Did he hear that little dolphin dive from Cramp? Timing of this is going to be excruciating. Kremp is just waiting for this to develop over through P5, but no, he did not know that Pred was playing that close. Exit also shuts down one of the players they're green, and an opportunity here for the Falcons to grow their first big lead.
Yeah, they are locking this down, man. A perfect sequence of events here for the Falcons to chain the ending of that P1 to the entire P2, and now to the P3 with trophy system. G2 know we are not going to be able to break this from the front. Someone needs to hit a route, and Kremp is able to win a big one-on-one there versus Exit. You're going to force the Falcons to be uncomfortable, outnumbered outnumbered on this time, and Kremp is able to find the opening and still allow Falcons to spawn at green.
Getting a second is unbelievable, but Exton, who's having himself a great map at the moment, still gives a chance for the Falcons to put pressure on the time. Trophy system's not in at the moment for G2 in this back 13 seconds. Look at the route from Kismet. He slipped the net. He slipped the net. Could he find the kills? No, he can't. Nastie with the shutdown, and that may save G2 this rotation to new.
Yeah, but the pressure is going to be good enough to potentially spawn one player from G2 out, but no, he's still going to spawn right behind blue. So G2 win the rotation, and it's Nastie off the rotation, able to locate a double. You're reading where the pressure is coming in for the Falcons, and that's already first wave shut down.
But they don't really have anyone watching the crossover through mid, so this is all about receiving the hit from the back of the spawns. G2 will spawn up. Fred, Kismet, first 2 kills. Nastie in some trouble on 5 in a row, can't slip away. Repinch from Envoy. Around the back, able to find the first, but not as cleanly as he'd like to take the second. So an opportunity here for the Falcons to really control this map. Over to 195 mark they go, and G2 have to break from the front.
Man, this second half has been dominated by the Falcons. We're talking about the P1 to P2 to the ending of the P3, and a very quick break here at the P4. You blink, you're up by 40. G2, no, we cannot forfeit this time. We have to contest it and keep Riyadh Falcons spawning on this side of the map. It's so many trades just for 10 seconds, but G2 are creating that space to be free at the P5.
Yeah, and that's a huge triple right there from Skyz. Holds Riyadh not just over towards the old time, but more importantly, like you call, so far away from P5. Skyz now floating over towards mid-market. Kismet hunting, trying to find him, can't quite tally it. Trade eventually comes through, but this first hit has been swatted away nicely by G2.
Look at how far they are spawning. If you are the Falcons, they have playing control, they have mid-map, they have top green. Someone needs to create an opening, and at least now you're forcing Kremp out of position. He's forced the finesse, but he still has teamwork making the dream work. Skyz is able to keep it alive, and the first 30 seconds haven't been in lockdown, and G2 are right back in this game.
Looking good. Falcons have to try to break from the front. 3 players trying to run their way up the staircase. Able to find the opener as Exton. Makes that a second from the front door. Nasty stuff. As Byron tries to do the exact same thing, can't quite get the turn and burn under the corner, and Exton is still alive and kicking. 4 in a row for Exton. Last 10 seconds will be fought for by G2 because you have to with these spawns, and they will be in a position to clean things out and find an exit. 8-point game.
Yeah, they need to get out. They know that they don't want to be trapped over towards that green side again for this P1, so we instantly are going to be taking space over towards White Wall. Not a single player from the Falcons is going to be in position to stop them, but you do get the first kill. You have the information. We're still trying to locate where Nastie is, so we quickly got to take care of him.
Yeah, Nastie back over to the hardpoint, able to find damage to get G2 a flip of the hill for a small moment. 225 to 208. Riyadh still in control of that blue building, looking to work their way back up through mid-market. Envoy just peppering a couple of players, but a terrible team nade comes in towards P1. Nastie and Envoy are going to drop, and the Falcons have control of the map.
And Exton has to wrap back and get this kill, but Kremp with the M15 is able to locate it. So now there's going to be pressure from mid-cut. Falcons still have an opportunity to win it here at the P1. They only need 10 seconds, and they're lining up the kill feed.
Skyz is bottled up. He can't get in there. He's just trying to play his life. He's able to find one. Last couple of seconds. Exton will also drop it. You need to get these players out of the hardpoint. Pred's still alive. Last second. Can you get there to touch? Oh, Celium guarding, and Pred will finish things off, and we're going 5.
And the fact that the guy on the stage right now who doesn't
open
have
ace, it looks like G2 is defaulting to giving that away and playing for retake.
Yeah, they have the numbers. No need to try to force anything else. Exton has a sniper and an NPC for this occasion. But no one in the vicinity, not going to waste any time, get this bomb planted. And G2, even though they have the numbers, it's going to be at least 10 seconds before they get into play.
Yeah, Exton is going to be very cautious about how he sets himself up.
And they're spreading.
Yeah, will it be scope? Will it be the NPC? He's kind of watching 2 things at once right now, as Pred is trying to stay covered over towards this tree position. Here comes the collapse. Good read. Great shots from Exton. Now it's Pred's turn. Doesn't really get the trigger off, though. So now it's out at Exton for the 1v2. First one comes through freely. Now down to the 1v1. Oh, he's got him low. Has him weak. But Exton is trying to play for the time. 12 seconds on the clock. Kremp trying to check over towards small, and Exton gets the 1v2.
This guy is out of his mind right now, Al.
A couple of attacks come through. He's able to slip away. Nades follow. A little bit of body blocking. Bomb being planted. Window still being watched, but
Oh, team nade!
He puts it down at the wrong time, and Skyz is nade. I don't think actually gets around the corner where it's intended to go. Kid's been able to help out Pred to get the retake going. Skyz now in the corner. He's only got the sniper pistol combo. And it's a quick 2-0 edge for the Falcons.
Oh, G2 are breaking down now.
Oh, no.
Like, that is all bomb site control. You got what you wanted. You forced Exit out of position.
The only one watching is Skyz.
He's a sniper.
He's able to get out, though.
Gonna have Envoy here to try to assist you, and Skyz is also able to get the first blood onto Pred with the pistol. So now time is getting away from you if you are the Falcons. Krep is gonna be able to fly another 4v2. And this should be the first round going to G2.
Yeah, much nicer here from G2, although team kill does come through. But accident with 15 seconds and no bomb, and he's so close to a Hellstorm. He's trying to get some separation, maybe try to keep his life. Quick snow, not gonna happen. So G2 get the shutdown, they get on the board. Okay, let's take a breath.
Yeah, G2 do what they
for
need.
G2 to hold Kremp here and then try to make their offensive play. It looks like it's gonna develop towards B.
Yeah, you have mid-map control. You know, the only thing you now have to focus on is keeping my bomb carrier alive from Dojo, but Kremp is gonna be sniffed out. So now Falcons are trying to take this space away from him, but it's Envoy with the frag. Krep jumps down from the top ropes. Another 4v2 bomb being planted.
Yeah, you can appreciate the effort right here from the Falcons, knowing that you just cannot allow Kremp to be up top there. So, Cell trying to work back now a 2v3, as Kremp did drop, but the punish was pretty extreme. If you can catch Envoy, that would be great. I don't know if Nastie, okay, Nastie has seen this. I was gonna say, like, I don't know if Nastie's gonna see it in time, and maybe he hasn't. But he's able to at least find one trade in return, leaves it down to Cell for the 1v2.
20 seconds left. Selium has to sniff out both players. He's able to spot out Skyz, but you know Nastie is going to be value in his life. He wins the one-on-one there versus Caesar, and now he has time to finesse a little bit, but Nastie is going to get caught off guard. You peek at 7. Back on the offense here for the Falcons, and Exit is thinking someone has to slide out her, but Skyz plays the tight angle. He gets the first.
Yeah, just trying to play for the aggressive defender instead. Not going to happen. Doesn't check the full tight corner like you call. So first blood to Skyz. He's had a couple so far today in this map. Riyadh trying to rework a different angle of the map, knowing that this front position at B is no longer really an option. They're going to run through mid. And honestly, Envoy might be caught a little bit here, and he is. So nice 3v3. Map changes completely.
Yeah, and Skyz is just forced to continue to backpedal on the backside of Dragon. Because Falcons take the space away, and now the redirection. He could potentially isolate onto Nastie. He's not going to be aware of this at all.
All he needs is one. Oh. You have to figure someone else is playing outer on you. Trying people to step up to find one. This is a huge one. People with on the second. And now no exit. This is a potential, but would you expect him to play this quickly on the flank potentially?
Yeah, Krep still trying to be the aggressor up through Dojo. He's able to back down Kismet from his position. But look at how Falcons have set up around this. They know the plays at B. They have all mid-map, and they're still locking down Dojo's side.
Yeah, the issue is going to be, can they work their way through purely this mid-cut? There's the smoke. Gives them a chance to find one, but Envoy, perfect timing on the Semtex, stops the play completely. Cell now has to re-clear through Dojo. Not an easy avenue to try to attack through Nastie for one, pistol out for Exit. He is completely stuck, able to find one with the Shiv, but that's a really interesting... And say, well, if no one's mid, I'll go ahead and try to take some of that space myself. Yeah, that timing is just not ideal. I think those shots were intended for Celium initially, and Exit just pops up at the wrong time.
Yeah, it's just like the worst mantle animation you can potentially get there as an SMG. It's got to be devastating there if you are Exnid. Now your teammates forced to clutch on up, but they're already putting the bomb down. Pred is able to isolate a one-on-one, but no one watching the pinch.
Yeah, Envoy is able to take away some of the space. Dojo still being manifested on the retake here. And G2's being held back and touched by Pred. Follow-up finally, Kismet's able to shut down one side. We have a 2v2 from the front, but Cell will only get one. Down to Nastie, trying to play up against Kismet. First shots are there, and Kiz will break up and cauterize what has been nothing but straight G2 for the last 4.
Yeah, it's a big round there from the Falcons. Even in the man down, they said
he usually does.
He just has to get out. You gathered all the information, and G2 know that Exnid is still going to be on this side of the map, but now playing the mind games. Hit the rotation back over to the opposite side, and not a single player from Falcons are prepared for this.
I mean, they can choose to play retake, and we've seen this, where Exnid will be sniping through mid, try to get the defensive retake going. Misses the first 2 shots. And G2 are going to push through over to Dojo. They have to try to win this battle outright, and Cell and Pred will not allow that to happen. Skyz also stuck on a sniper pistol combo at the moment. Is in a 1v3, and this is a hard one to get through, but he finds the first cleanly. Now has a chance to pick up a weapon. It's an NPC. He wants a second. He knows that it's going to be Celium playing that position. And he should know, yeah, that Exnid's still playing through mid. Skyz with the clean connection. Does he guess Celium's action correctly? Not quite. Oh, and as he plants, he's expecting the rewrap to mid. Not going to happen. So no defensive smoke. Keep that in the back of your mind.
It's because last week, Kremp crossed without the smoke and got sniped. So he didn't want to allow that to potentially go down at this moment. But it's again another fail around here for the Falcons. Just trying to work with the information that G2 are going to provide for them. And Pred is now going to take top window, realize Skyz is there. And now with mid-map, we need to get this bomb at B.
Yeah, we do. Cell's able to make his way back over. Nastie in a corner with an SMG. No one checks it. Pred gets found for free. Nastie gets away. So 4v3. G2's defense now fully wrapping back through. They force a team kill. Kremp still alive, able to force it. Shotgun out another. G2 are on map point.
Just making the proper adjustments, man.
He really tries to pull this Riyadh defense back over his direction.
Yeah, look how much space his teammates though on the opposite side have. B is on lock. Mid-map is completely open. That's why Selim is playing so far back at Dragon. But it's all about this timing here for X. Then he spots out Skyz still with shoulder. Now they gather that information. Not going to mess with him. Let's go B.
And Kismet loses out on that forward heady. So now the SMGs are in a little bit of trouble.
No way.
Falls off the map. Oh no. Kismet now in the corner trying to make up for it. They get one back. 2v3 situation. Kismet making his way over through 10, tagged up heavily through the mid cut. And there's this easy foul ball for Envoy. Selling him last one left alive. Too much damage into the tree. And G2 stave off the reverse sweep, close out the series, and will meet Optic in the upper bracket.
They avoid another break.